So the Ghostbusters have visited us, and it is a highlight of the day for not only our kids, but also the parents.
We really get about 90% of our funds from local individuals and corporations and groups and people like the Lions Club or Ghostbusters or Girl Scout troops who raise money for us. And we really, really depend on local community members to support us.
They just love seeing us out in the community, and of course, they love the donations they get because that helps families, you know, be near their children and not have the burden of having to find a hotel at $150 a night while they're just trying to be with their kids who are, you know, in a really bad place in their life at the moment.
Jay's perspective on what it's like to stay at a Ronald McDonald House is, of course, a little different than the other guys.
My favorite part about it is in each room there's a little book that every patient and family got to write in and share their memories about being in the house and their trips there and what they're there for. And that's my favorite thing, is just going through that book and reading it, and people read. They'll leave little gift cards or coupons in there. So like, if you're there, oh, there's an ice cream shop you should really check out down the road. And it's that connection through that journal was the best part.
And does it, just like looking at your face as you tell me these stories, it's like it took this experience that might have been really, really hard and kind of turned it into a positive one?
Yeah, because being at the Ronald, they make you forget the real reason you're there, and they treat you like family, and you feel like you've known them for ages. And every time you go back there, like, welcome back! And it's a huge celebration just every time you go there.
And this got me thinking about the pairing of Ghostbusters and Ronald McDonald House, and if there was something about the Ghostbusters franchise that lends itself to community service involving kids. These guys could have chosen any franchise to obsess over. Why not Marvel, or Star Trek, or Ninja Turtles? Well, I guess sometimes they do obsess over Ninja Turtles. But why Ghostbusters specifically?
You can tell it really inspires those kids. You can see those kids' faces light up when they see you. They know who you are. I mean, there's times where I'm walking to events just from my car, like just to get over to where the ecto is or whatever. And you can hear people, they're like, you know, a kid, someone maybe even around Eileen's age being like, that's a Ghostbuster, there goes a Ghostbuster, you know, and they know what it is. And some of them haven't even seen it, and they know what it is. It's universal.
So today is, what's today?
Today is Ghostbusters Day, the greatest day of the year, next to Halloween.
And so are Ghostbusters all around the country out doing the same thing that you guys are doing today?
Yes, anyone who has a Ghostbusters franchise is out. They're out spreading awareness for their group. Yeah.
Come to Scotland. I live there.
Oh, Scotland?
Oh, we can bust that giant lake monster for you.
There's groups in Scotland just like us, yeah.
There are, I've met a few.
A quick online search reveals that there are Ghostbusters groups like theirs all over the country, even all over the world. And almost all those groups are involved in some type of community service. And that community service often benefits kids.
I'm the Buster Biker and Ecto B, and I raise money for St. Jude Children's Hospital.
We're with the Ghostbuster Rebels out of Northern Illinois. We work with the Galena Ghostbusters, South Shore Ghostbusters, and the Iowa Ghostbusters to raise money for the Children's Shriners Hospital of Chicago, Illinois.
We are the Wisconsin Ghostbusters, and we raise money for the Children's Miracle Network.
As we all have that moment. We all have that moment where Ghostbusters calls out to you.
We're the Windy City Ghostbusters, and we raise money for the La Rabida Children's Hospital in Chicago.
We're the Kalamazoo Ghostbusters, and our charity is the Great Lakes Burn Camp.
We are the River Valley Ghostbusters, and we raise money for Med City Apraxia Awareness. You want me to turn on the lights? I can turn on the lights.
Well, if you want.
Ghostbusters groups like this have repeatedly gotten the attention of an organization called Ghost Corps, the division of Sony Pictures that handles all Ghostbusters-related productions. In fact, our very own Matt Rasmussen had the privilege of attending the world premiere of Ghostbusters Afterlife in New York City. I think it was Ghost Corps' way of saying thank you to the diehards who have helped keep the franchise alive over the decades. The director of 2021's Ghostbusters Afterlife, Jason Reitman, is the son of original Ghostbusters director Ivan Reitman.
I feel so intimidated to make this film.
At the premiere, he articulated what it really means to be a part of the Ghostbusters community.
This is a movie about the rest of us. The first two movies, they were about the guys. This one is about us. All of us who always wanted to be Ghostbusters, including me, by the way. Not everyone knows what you guys do, and what it means to wear this uniform that you guys do, and the charity work. that you guys do. It means so much to me, it means so much to my family.
And what really touched me about Jason's intro is how the making of this film was something of an ode to his childhood and an ode to his family.
You never expect a tentpole film to be the most personal journey I ever went through as a storyteller, and that's exactly what it was. So, from my family, your family, enjoy Ghostbusters Afterlife. Thank you.
Yeah!
The narrative concept of the film Afterlife is that the Ghostbusters story could be never-ending, and that it could be passed down through the generations. And that's also what's informed the Twin Ports Ghostbusters over the years.
Getting able to run around as a Ghostbuster, being able to do it as a good cause, and being able to help anyone else who thinks they might want to be a Ghostbuster as well. It's a dream come true. It's a dream come true, and it's all positive. It all goes to a good cause.
It's nice to share my nerdiness and pass it on and pass it forward.
I get joy just knowing that something I enjoyed all those years I can still enjoy, and I can see another generation that's probably going to enjoy it for 40 years also.
When I was a kid in the 90s, my dad made me a ghost trap out of lumber, caution tape, and a potato salad lid. Part of me feels a pang of guilt when I look at it, because I think he could sense I was a little disappointed that it wasn't one of those plastic ones from Kmart. I unfortunately can't tell him today that it's one of my most prized possessions. And it got me to thinking, what is it about Ghostbusters specifically, and superhero-type characters more broadly, that inspires this sort of intense fandom? I feel that during the course of editing this documentary, I got so close to being able to answer that question, but it still eludes me somewhat.
I am the lucky son on Earth.
I think it has something to do with the universal desire to pass down the things you love to the people you love, but I'm not really sure.
She can be back when I was a kid, I used to dress up as a Ghostbuster with my dad. So it'd be cool.
We're the Windy City Ghostbusters, and we raise money for... try again. We're the Windy City Ghostbusters, and we raise money for Lyra Video. It's in here somewhere.
The Windy City Ghostbusters over here.
Did you know my first job was at McDonald's?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I started when I was 15. I was like, super excited to work. And then I worked in the drive-thru. And in the drive-thru, there was the Ronald McDonald House donation bin. So if there was like extra change, I would put it in there. That's it.
You're a true hero.